This video has been kindly sponsored by Squarespace that allows you to create your own websites and online stores, as well as they offer marketing tools and analytics. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business, and I will talk about them more later on in this video. Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War video. Today we're going to be talking about everything that we know is coming in Season 6 thus far. So obviously it's going to be releasing on October the 6th/7th, however, it seems like Season 6 Reloaded is going to be a day before Vanguard's release on November the 5th. As you guys know, Vanguard Season 1 is rumoured to start on the 23rd of November, if no changes are made up until then. Obviously, everything is subject to change, so I'm guessing Season 6 Reloaded will essentially act as the pre-season to Vanguard, so you'll probably be able to level up as well as complete the Battle Pass by playing Vanguard when the ranking system integrates with Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare, including Warzone, obviously. Well, anyways, the first big thing, and is really the only confirmed thing that we know is coming in Season 6, is the fact that we are going to be seeing the brand new DLC for Zombies map, which is based off of the campaign mission Red Light Green Light, which is the Soviet Omega's test site Anna, based in Ukraine. The premise for this map is going to be a race between Omega and Requiem in trying to free Zykov from the Dark Ether, who wants to trap the Forsaken within this machine. Obviously, this is probably a trap and that's going to go wrong, and the Forsaken is probably going to be the final boss fight in DLC 4, but we know this is going to be the final round-based map in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. This is the conclusion to the storyline. Trek have confirmed that there's no more Outbreak maps coming as well, which I'll talk about more in a little second. DLC 4 will most likely reveal to us that Eddie is in fact the director of Requiem, which is heavily hinted at, almost confirmed at this point. The new incarnation of Richtofen, although he's basically a new character. So I'm hyped for that, and maybe Eddie could end up being an operator in Season 6, but I don't think so just because his reveal is so last second. But yeah, that's probably going to be one of the big things that is revealed within DLC 4's Easter egg. We are still waiting on the map name for DLC 4. Now, since this map is going to be a race between Requiem and Omega in trying to free Zykov, I think this would be the perfect opportunity to introduce Grief. We haven't seen Grief since Black Ops 2. Jason Blundell said in Black Ops 4 that it was almost ready, so he basically confirmed it was going to be coming to Black Ops 4.
So there was a lot of calls in the community for Grief, and we've not forgotten about Grief. But I'd also stated that we wouldn't go back to Grief until I was really happy with it, which is close.
Right.
It's close. But
that's exciting.
But then it never did for some weird reason, so they were definitely working on it, but it just never released, and it's surprising that we've never seen a versus mode in Zombies ever since Grief. People have been asking for it for a while now. I think Outbreak could really be suited well for a PvP mode as well, but since this map is seeing Requiem and Omega going head to head, I would like to see some sort of Grief mode, but I don't think we're probably going to see it. We will of course be seeing a limited time new variation of Onslaught, and a couple new Onslaught maps as well. DLC 4 is going to be seeing a perk machine for Death Perception that was introduced just within the Wonder Fizz. So we're actually going to get a perk machine for it. There is another new perk coming in DLC 4 as well. We're not exactly sure what it is just yet. As you guys know, PhD Flopper as well as Double Tap, Dark Ether Jingles have been in the files of the game ever since release, but it seems like probably Double Tap or PhD Flopper is cancelled. I'm thinking definitely probably Double Tap is unfortunately cancelled, so maybe we could see PhD Flopper in DLC 4, unless both PhD Flopper and Double Tap have been cancelled. We will just have to wait and see. Some people have been thinking that since we saw a Black Ops 4 perk, then maybe we could see another Black Ops 4 perk such as Winter's Wail, which is basically like Widow's Wine but a less OP version, or potentially Ethereal Razor. It would be nice to see a melee based perk added to the game, but the thing is, it doesn't really matter what perk they bring back because they have the upgrade skill tiers. They can combine the perks with other perks via the upgrades thanks to the crystals. But yeah, I'm really excited and anticipating what this final perk is going to be. People have been relatively disappointed with most of the DLC perks they've been introducing to the game, but honestly, looking back, all of the perks have been really balanced, I think. And being able to equip all of the perks at once, they need to have a balance, and I do wonder whether we're going to see potentially tier 6 and 7 crystal tiers as some sort of last hurrah for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Zombies, because I feel like maybe even more content was planned, but this is the finale to Cold War Zombies, so they need to try and go out with a bang. Kevin Drew did say that it's apparently going to be going out with a bang with Season 6, so I'm really looking forward to that. Could we see more crystal tiers? I'm not exactly sure, because that would make us really overpowered, but at the same time, this is the finale to Cold War Zombies, so even if they make us overpowered now, Vanguard Zombies is about to release, so people are going to move on to that game. So would it really be that bad if they make us overpowered at the last second? I don't know, but even then, with how they have been implementing the skill tiers, even if they were to add more crystals, they could still make it balanced. In fact, some of the further upgrades could just simply introduce perks that aren't already in the game. They could just bring back old perks, but instead of having their own perk machine, just have them as further upgrades for existing perks, like they've done with the upgrades already, such as Electric Cherry being an upgrade for Elemental Pop. So that's pretty much all of the Zombies information we know about Season 6 just yet. Check out my other videos on my channel if you want to learn more about the various different teasers that Treyarch have been releasing. These dates, I believe, are going off of the launch date for Season 5, since it was delayed by a day, so people are suspecting that Season 6 may be delayed by a day again. There's no confirmation on this. Right now, I'm going to assume it's the 6th/7th, depending on which time zone you're in, like the other previous seasons, unless it is delayed again by a day. We will just have to wait and see. So I'm going to talk more about the operators, as well as a Halloween event coming in Season 6, and a bunch more stuff such as the maps. But before I go into that, I want to bring it back to discussing further about Squarespace. They offer a variety of different services such as members areas that allow you to connect with your audience and generate revenue through exclusive members only content. You can manage your memberships, send email communications, and leverage audience insights. It's an all-in-one, easy-to-use platform. There are also a plethora of best-in-class customizable website templates to fit your needs and desires. You can gain access to the traffic overview to see how your visits, unique visitors, and page views trend over time. Gain an insight into the top traffic sources, products, device types, and browsers that your viewers are using to help better optimize your site to its maximum potential. Squarespace allows you to directly embed videos, such as from YouTube, to gain further traffic. Furthermore, you can connect your social media accounts to Squarespace to display them on your site and automatically push new posts to all of your social media channels. Last but certainly not least, for those into e-commerce and selling products, there's a new feature called Squarespace Extensions. These new third-party tools can help you manage your inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, reconcile and file sales tax, as well as ship items across the globe. So if all of this sounds awesome to you, you can check them out via the link in this video's description, and when you are ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/thegamingrevolution to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So bringing it back to the subject of Season 6, this is something I'm really excited and really looking forward to, because we are going to be seeing another Halloween event inside of Warzone. So last year we saw the Haunting of Verdansk, which honestly is one of the best events Call of Duty has ever done, specifically Warzone. Warzone hasn't really been that great in the way they've handled changes to the maps and live events and stuff like that, but the Haunting of Verdansk, unanimously, you can ask anyone from the community, almost everyone really enjoyed it. The way that Infinity Ward just completely redesigned the entire map and all of the assets to give them a Halloween spice was just so much work for them to just put into one event. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the return of the Haunting of Verdansk, because it is rumored there's going to be another Haunting of Verdansk event for Halloween this year, but it's going to be called All Hallows Eve this time. Now, I've seen various different people tweeting me this image that you can see on screen. This is fake. I don't know who made this, honestly, but if I find out, I'll link them. But yeah, this is fake, so for those of you guys asking, it isn't real. However, All Hallows Eve is in fact real. That's the apparent name for it. Now, the last Haunting of Verdansk event started on October 20th, so I do wonder what date it's going to start this year, whether it's going to be the same date or slightly different. Now, the thing is, we do know that the Vanguard Zombies reveal is going to be sometime around Halloween, so it's going to be after we get the DLC 4 map. Since it's going to be a prequel to Cold War Zombies, I'm guessing they want us to get the final map first, so it doesn't spoil anything for Vanguard Zombies. But we may see a Zombies event inside of Warzone again, and the return of Zombies Royale. Maybe there's going to be various different ghosts and stuff around the map as well, but I would love to see the return of Zombies Royale. If you guys are unaware, where there was supposed to be an Easter egg within the last Zombies Royale. However, for some weird reason we never saw it, it got scrapped or something. I do hope that we see a Easter egg this time, or some sort of live event that could tie into Vanguard Zombies as some sort of reveal event. So the last Haunting of Verdansk event was mainly themed around Saw. They had some inspirations from other horror movies as well. Well, this event is instead going to be based around Scream as well as Donnie Darko. So there's going to be two new operators coming to the game. So one is going to be Ghostface from Scream, the other is going to be Donnie Darko. So I'm excited to see them. Of course, just like the previous Haunting of Verdansk event, there's going to be a mini Battle Pass event type thing similar to the Numbers event, in which you're going to be able to complete various different tasks inside of Black Ops Cold War, Multiplayer, Warzone, and also Zombies. Upon completing those tasks, you'll get exclusive loot. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this event. Honestly, I don't really play Warzone much, but I would hop on and play it a ton if they bring back Zombies Royale. I love the old Haunting of Verdansk and would love to see it back. So I just went over a couple of the Halloween themed operators that we're going to see, but as you guys know, we've recently gotten the Season 5 Reloaded outro cutscene. As you guys know, all the season outro cutscenes are basically just teaser trailers for the following season. So you can think of the Season 5 Reloaded outro as a teaser trailer cutscene for Season 6. Anyways, I'm going to play it for you right now.
We've got a serious problem. Salah said that the satellite's data recorder was destroyed on re-entry.
So what? I've read the report.
Forensics disagree. Soot patterns were consistent with it surviving to impact.
Adler made damn sure he was first there.
Perseus were on site. Could they have taken it?
Negative. Bodies were clean.
After what happened at Echelon. We have to assume he's compromised.
Fuck.
Adler's been off-grid working on something in Verdansk. We have no idea what he's been doing. We'll have to pull him in. Go find Mason. He knows what has to be done.
So yeah, as you just heard, Mason, Alex Mason, is going to be coming back. As you guys know, currently in the storyline, he is raising his son in Alaska. Well, he is making a surprise trip back to the crew. Apparently, Mason is going to be the main Battle Pass operator for Season 6, which is cool. All of the previous ones have been members of Perseus, so it's good to see a classic character returning and as the Battle Pass operator. It begs the question what we will end up seeing as the bundle operators. Maybe we could even see Reznov, because apparently Reznov somehow survived Vorkuta, and I would love to see a surprise return of Reznov if it turns out that he's secretly working or even against Perseus, but I doubt that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see Reznov. I would love to see him back though, especially since we're going to be seeing Call of Duty Vanguard. It's in World War II, so we might see Reznov as a cameo in that game, so it would make sense to see Reznov in Black Ops Cold War, just kind of hyping that up. Anyways, Mason is returning, and he's seemingly returning to try and stop the brainwashed Adler, because Adler was brainwashed by the Numbers and the broadcasting program similar to Mason, and currently he's messing around with the Numbers station in Verdansk. We don't really know the end goal of Perseus, but anyways, what is going to be the conclusion of Season 6? Well, potentially Mason could kill Adler and then he's gone for good, but the thing is, we've had multiple different endings in Black Ops Cold War. We saw Adler die in one of them, but the canon one for these seasons is the fact that Adler survives, and most likely they're setting up a sequel, so I feel like Adler may actually survive. So I really do wonder what Mason is going to do. Maybe Mason and Adler will fight, but Adler will somehow survive. Let me know in the comment section down below what do you think is going to happen, but it's rumored that Call of Duty 2023 is going to be a near future Black Ops game set around Black Ops 2, so around 2025, which is basically modern day at this point. So we could see an older Adler, for example, in that game, or maybe we could see Adler and other Black Ops characters via flashback missions, because I'm sure if it is a near future game or around the era of Black Ops 2, there'll definitely be a lot of flashback missions, and that could be a way for them to connect the ending of the Black Ops Cold War storyline into the sequel, even if it is set well off in the future, from the Cold War at least, since it's basically present day. But yeah, in Warzone we're going to finally see the conclusion to this Numbers brainwashing thing and the test subjects in Verdansk to do with Perseus. We don't really know what's going on here though. And the mines are finally going to be opening up in Season 6. This has been teased since release. I don't know why they're opening up in literally the final season when the Pacific Island World War II map is going to be coming with Season 1 of Vanguard on November the 23rd. It doesn't make sense to introduce the mines literally last second, but apparently they're going to be opening up, so maybe they'll open up and reveal something secret going on underground, and that's going to tie in with all of this Numbers and Mason returning. But yeah, will Adler die or won't he? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, what will happen to Stitch? Will he survive or not? We will have to wait and see, but all of this is probably going to tie into this around Black Ops 2 era game that's rumored. I wonder if we could also see a Zykov operator since he's returning in DLC 4, but as I was saying earlier, he's most likely a pawn for the Forsaken. He probably died within the Dark Ether ages ago and isn't even real, or could even be the Forsaken himself, so I doubt a operator for him is likely. On screen right now you can see custom made artwork by Vajati, and it looks absolutely amazing. You cannot tell that this isn't just an official bundle in the game, but yeah, that's just fan art there. Another possibility is we could see young Menendez as an operator. I don't know why, but we saw young Menendez as well as Bowman's son introduced before Black Ops Cold War officially released, and we've heard nothing of them since, or barely anything. I don't really know what was going on there. Is this just scrapped storyline? But Modern Warfare 2, which is coming out in 2022, is rumored to surround around drug warfare, which is completely different to what we were expecting. As you guys know, the lead writers over at Infinity Ward, such as Taylor Kurosaki, recently left the studio. We don't really know exactly why, but they're going on to some other project instead, and also the voice actor for Ghost left too. So the Modern Warfare sequel was supposed to be once again a game about war on terror and terrorism. I was going to follow Al-Assad, Farah's brother Hadir, and I do wonder if Activision stepped in and got them to change the storyline and make it more about drug warfare, which I'm actually excited about, but I'll make a separate video about this sometime in the future. And maybe just Activision stepped in and got them to change a lot of the storyline stuff, and that is why the Infinity Ward writers left, because apparently Infinity Ward just have a temporary lead writer right now, so they don't even have a proper one apparently. Maybe the reason the writers left is because Activision wanted to tie the Modern Warfare franchise into Black Ops and the other games, which I'm pretty sure they were highly against. They kept talking about realism and stuff like this, so maybe because they wanted to tie it in with zombies and all of the other stuff that's going on, they just decided to leave because it didn't really fit their vision. But yeah, the reason why I brought on Modern Warfare 2 is because this game is going to be set really close to this apparent next Black Ops game, since everything's now in the same universe. So maybe young Menendez could tie into this Modern Warfare sequel to do with the drug warfare, since he did have the Menendez Cartel that was involved in drug and different crimes. Also in Season 6 we're probably going to see the Kingsley Operator introduced, which is a pre-order bonus for Vanguard. He'll be coming very soon. Okay, so next up in terms of weapons, the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost said that we might see the FAL assault rifle as well as a shotgun similar to the Modern Warfare 2 model 1887, and he said that there might be an SMG coming too. Honestly though, I want to take this with a big grain of salt because this is not confirmed, but apparently there may be a new assault rifle and an SMG according to the files of the game, and I don't know about this other information that Modern Warfare 2 Ghost is talking about. So far we have been receiving one new score streak to the game per season, and there was a big leaked list of score streaks before Black Ops Cold War even released from an early alpha build of the game, and the only score streak left to release is in fact the classic dogs. So we might be seeing dogs coming in Season 6 unless this has been cancelled, but literally every other score streak from that list has ended up releasing to the game. We know from the Vanguard beta that dogs are returning in that game as well, and I do wonder if they do come whether they're going to be available in Zombies as well. I'm not exactly sure if this dog streak is going to be like the classic dog streak where they just run around the map killing people, or whether it's going to be more like Riley from Call of Duty Ghosts, in which you will just get a dog companion to help you by your side. The next thing I want to go over is the rumoured maps for Season 6. So right now we literally have no official leaks or any good idea of the maps we're going to be seeing in Season 6. We have some rumours. According to the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost and Tom Henderson Long Sensation, it's rumoured that we might be seeing a launch remaster, a radiation remaster, potentially Plaza, potentially Yemen, and maybe even firing range, but honestly I'm not really listening to any of these rumours because so many of them have been incorrect. I don't really know what's going on, but I just don't really trust them enough. And according to Tom Henderson, we would be seeing Jungle and Summit, but it seems like Jungle most likely got got swapped out for Apocalypse, and Summit got replaced by Mount Yamantau, because those maps are very similar aesthetically and even design-wise. So it seems like maybe Jungle and Summit were planned at some point, but they swapped them out for alternatives. And speaking of Summit, a version of Summit has been remade for Black Ops Cold War, but it seems like it might not even ever be releasing. And maybe that's because, as we were saying, they opted for a brand new map instead, which is Mount Yamantau. Because they've been having so many remakes and remasters, they want some new maps as well, and I guess they don't want to release similar maps. So as you guys know, we have the Ural Mountains map that we play with in Fireteam and Outbreak in Zombies, and we actually have a few locations that haven't released. So we have the weather station, which actually features a remake of Summit within it. We have chemical labs, we have mines, and we have battery. But it's been confirmed now that Outbreak is getting no more maps, so these maps have been cancelled. Maybe they just weren't ready, they just weren't finished, and Treyarch had to move on to working on Vanguard Zombies and their next title. They didn't have time to finish them up, and Fireteam has been getting no new content recently, so it seems like Fireteam content isn't getting supported anymore. So most likely all of the other Fireteam maps have been cancelled as well. I mean, we didn't even see maps like Zoo that came to Outbreak introduced into Fireteam, so they've just scrapped a bunch of content from this Ural Mountains map that was apparently going to be used for a Battle Royale, either Warzone or Blackout 2, but this got scrapped due to Warzone's success, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, Treyarch basically just wasted a bunch of time making all of these maps, and then they've just never been released. And yeah, it just doesn't make sense that Summit is literally made in the Ural Mountains and it's never going to release, it looks like. It might release as a surprise in Season 6, but as I said, we've already seen Mount Yamantau as a map, and Summit is set on Mount Yamantau, so it doesn't make sense to see two maps in the game that are very similar to each other. But then again, if the map already exists in the game in the Ural Mountains, surely you would release it unless it's just that unfinished. Modern Warfare 2 Ghost did say that we might be seeing a lot more content in Year 2 of Black Ops Cold War, and that's where maybe some of these maps will be released. But honestly, I just don't think that's the case. Treyarch are really tight on schedule. They're helping with Vanguard Zombies, and as you were saying, they're probably working on their next game. They might even be helping out with Modern Warfare 2 Zombies for 2022. So they're very tight on schedule. I don't know if they have time to be working on Year 2 content. The problem with the yearly Call of Duty release is every single year they have to just move on to the next thing immediately. They don't have time to focus on the previous thing. So if content just isn't finished and isn't ready, they just have to put it on the back burner. Even if they've spent a lot of time on it, it just gets scrapped and their time gets wasted. The last thing I want to mention is regarding new modes potentially coming in Season 6. So before release, a bunch of party modes leaked, and we still haven't seen Infected or Sharpshooter introduced into Black Ops Cold War, which is really surprising. I would love to see the return of Infected. Where the hell is it? Infected is a classic, and they could have it so that the Infected are just regular zombies, and Season 6 would be a good time to see it, especially since it is going to be this Halloween event. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over in this video. This is a recap of everything we know about Season 6 thus far. Just a quick reminder that this video has been kindly sponsored by Squarespace. If you want to check them out via the link in this video's description to create your own websites and domains and online stores. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.